This podcast is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not reflect any organizations or affiliates. This show may contain adult language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised. Portions of media may be used under fair use for commentary and criticism. Nothing discussed on this podcast should be taken as professional, legal, or financial advice.
It's J.M. and Diggs, two kids that never quit. From the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Thursdays on your feed, they're the ones you don't skip. If you came for the vibes, you came for J.M. and Diggs.
Welcome to the newest episode of the JM and Diggs podcast. I am JM, and
Diggs, what's up, homies?
you know what, Diggs? I'm still pissed at you. You know what? Your intro part of our intro looks better than mine, and I kind of fucking hate that. It's really pissing me off. I just was watching that, and I was like, damn, that fucking bothers the fuck out of me. You got the cool drone fucking zoom out, and I got some old shit from when I hung out drunk with fucking Tosh and Sanchez. The fuck, bro? When are we gonna get together and do some fucking footage, man?
If you give it,
You let me know.
If you give it a few weeks in July, we'll be up there.
I'm fucking hating, bro. I'm hating, Diggs. You get this cool drone fucking zoom out, and I look like the sloth from fucking Star Wars. Like, what the fuck, dude? God damn it. Nothing? No response? Okay.
What do you want me to say? I've been trying to get together.
Fuck you, asshole. Yeah, you want to get together every time at your house. I can't.
Exactly. I don't want to leave my house.
Well, that's why we're so fucking, we're so much alike, because I don't want to leave my house either. Honestly, also, too, I got a bigger fucking backyard than you, asshole. You can kiss my ass.
All right. We'll do it for the camp.
I just don't know how high you can go up with that drone, because I'm like right under a major airport route.
That's right.
That drone might get shot down by the fucking feds like in the first attempt.
It only goes up, I think, 20 meters, 30 meters.
Yeah, dude. But I don't know how much you remember, like, my backyard. If you look up when a plane goes overhead, you can, like, see the fucking, like, screws that are drilled into the bottom of the pan of that fucking belly of that plane.
You wouldn't be allowed to fly a drone there.
Yeah, I don't think you would either. But I live in such a fucking direct flight path. I think the drone, I think they just cancel you out. I want you to come over and try, though. I want you to try. I want to see if they actually allow you to do it, or you turn it on and they just tell you, no, get the fuck out of there.
All right, I'm down.
I want to see the reaction of your fucking drone when you're like in my backyard, ready to go up, and then it's like, nah, we can't be doing that over here.
I mean,
If they shoot it down. Exactly. I got two of them.
I think they might shoot it down, dude.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. I got a second one.
Damn, Dungeon, how much of a delay are you on? You should put some tribbles in the intro from Star Trek. Did I get that late?
On YouTube. He might be watching on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
he's
might be
watching on YouTube. That's why.
Is that big of a delay on YouTube? Oh, they want to
it's
be
like
able to cut us off before anything offensive goes on.
Yeah, exactly. You're better off coming to JM or Diggs Twitch.
Yeah, me and Diggs always forget to link our Twitches because we're so fucking fat and lazy. All right. We're fat. All right. Let's get into the show. We had a lot to talk about actually tonight, and it's crazy because this episode like made itself, right? What would you say? You think this episode made itself, or do you think we actually made this episode? Because honestly, a lot of this shit just fell into place for us this week.
I agree.
And the one thing which we're going to start with, who the fuck would have thought of this shit? It was like Armageddon hitting Rhode Island. So on Saturday, this past Saturday was May 30th. We literally just assumed we were getting thunder here in Rhode Island. And honestly, we realized later on it wasn't thunder. And also we realized different parts of the state were impacted by this, like in a totally different way than we were. So here in Warwick near the airport, it just felt like thunder. It was a little bit, I don't know if you could even say I felt anything, but I definitely heard it. That was undeniable. Diggs, where were you this day, Saturday, May 30th? And did you hear it and think nothing of it? Or did you actually think something was going on?
I felt it. I was in the basement. The whole house shook. I ran up like, what the hell happened? My mother-in-law thought a car hit us.
What?
I went around like, oh, maybe a tree, like, because the wind. I'm like, oh, maybe a tree went down. Couldn't find anything. I'm like searching my house like crazy.
I just thought a storm was coming in and it never came in. I didn't think that there was actually anything other than that happening. And then it wasn't until an hour later, I get a text message from my mother. She's at the bar and she's telling me, hey, did you feel that earlier? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, you heard the big sound, right? And I'm like, yeah, what was it, thunder and the storms nearby? She's like, no, a meteor hit the atmosphere and like disintegrated. It sounded like a bomb went off above southern New England. I'm like, no, I didn't know any of this happened. Like I was just like so oblivious to the fact that everyone else knew something happened except me. So yeah, for me, it just seemed like loud thunder, like lightning struck somewhere, and then the storm like dissipated. That's what it seemed like to me, honestly. Dead ass. That's what I thought. But your house was rocked like that. You guys all knew something. Okay, I didn't realize.
I've got a video of the moment too.
Okay, yeah, we'll see that. So I must have
hear that.
Yeah, I definitely heard that. I just in real reality, being sitting in this chair at the time when it happened, got the AC running, fan running. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't feel it as much, and I also didn't hear it that loud. So for me, I just kind of assumed it was thunder and a storm was coming in. See, he thinks it was thunder too. Like Bull thought it was thunder, but
I also thought it was like a car misfiring.
I mean, Nails. It could have been a cannon. I don't know. But it just for me, it didn't sound like that. But for Diggs, it did. And he's not. What are you like? Fucking, you're less than 15 miles from me, right? So, yeah. I mean, fuck. What are you gonna do? He's 15 miles away at the max, and he heard it way louder than I did. So I guess it's the atmosphere you're in and what it is. But yeah, look at that. Obviously, look at that picture that we put on the screen there. That was the equivalent of 300 tons of TNT. It was like someone dropped a bomb right above southern New England. So that's pretty crazy.
Like you said earlier, we all could have been dead. No one would have known.
Exactly. If that was like another country dropping like a bomb or some shit, you wouldn't even have known. Your problems have been over before you even knew it. So that's always a possibility. But it was a crazy thing to happen. But for me, I didn't know what happened until after it happened, and then it got reported. That's what was going on. So
I thought it was crazy at first. Like, must have been something in my house. Until 20 minutes later, my neighbor called my wife.
Really?
I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm not losing my shit.
I'm not hallucinating. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it was definitely unique. It was a different experience. But yeah, I mean, fuck, that was the oddest thing that happened, and it was 2 days after the last episode we did. So, but all right. So the next story we're going into, this Diggs, this is your story, man. You really
It's
want to
all
bring
about you.
Nah, wait, bro. First off, both of us were like 5 when this thing started. So you can kiss my ass. It's got anything to do with me.
It's the condom hut.
You want to read it? You want to read it? You want me to read it?
You can read it.
Of course. That's what I thought was going to happen. He introduces stories to the show, guys, and then I have to read it because he thinks it's hilarious hearing me say this shit. But here we go. I don't even want to talk about this. I really don't. I don't know why this is even a story on the show this week. But
Because I just found it funny.
He was the one that put it. I swear to God.
I know it was. I don't see you finding the story and then saying, yeah, let's have JM talk about this shit.
Yeah, I will say one thing that I did not put in that is that this is an M. Night Shyamalan movie. So
is it? So it might get rated N for nudity and just not ever hit the theaters. The way that guy produces. Hand to God, let Diggs read it. Yeah, I feel that, Dungeon. Yo, you know what? I like Dungeon's idea. I think you should read this whole segment. Go ahead, read that shit.
See, on the counterpart, we can't listen to Tosh.
No. Wait, Toch hasn't been here for fucking 2 months, so you're good to go, bro. Rock and roll. Let's go. Condom Hut. Yeehaw.
Rhode Island's about to become the center of a pretty unique movie called Rubber Hut, which officially started production with actress Grace Van Patten in the lead role. Set in 1992 Rhode Island, the film follows Emilia, I'm going to butcher the last name, a form of
Del Vecchio. It's the same last name. It's the same last name as Paulie D, and it sucks that I know that.
A former Pan Am flight attendant who shakes up the conversation in the Italian Catholic hometown by opening a drive-through condom kiosk known as the Condom Hut. What starts as a business venture quickly turns into a controversial local figure. Seen as a hero by teenagers while drawing criticism from traditional members of the community, the film makes the feature director of debut of filmmaker Hannah Gray and is being produced by Stone Fruit Productions. The story is inspired by a real Rhode Island landmark and explores the themes of entrepreneurship, culture class, and sexual health awareness and small town values during the 1990s.
So small town values being buy condoms because underage sex is bad. Even though the 1990s had a very big increase of underage fucking parents. And on top of that, definitely a bunch of unsafe sex. But it was probably during a big like spike in STD issues. So that's why that hut became sustainable, in my opinion. But you know what was funny? This was labeled in our Google Doc for the podcast as Condom Hut. And then the first thing you say is Rubber Hut. And I think it's more funny. I think it's funnier. The fact that it's called Rubber Hut makes it even better because that's not Condom Hut's not really the name of the movie because that would have been fucking stupid.
Yeah, I also meant producing, not directing. He's producing it.
But yeah, I don't know. I never even knew about this. I did like obviously we were children when that Condom Hut or whatever you want to call it was a real thing.
What is it?
It's a hut that gives you condoms, dude. What are you talking about?
For free?
I don't know. I don't know if it was for free, but it was the 90s. It couldn't have been that much money.
So
Because of that-
people would go to this little shack and buy condoms next to Allie's restaurant here?
I was 5. I did not go. Okay, I was 5. So unless they got Tiny Tims for me to rock out, I did not go. Okay.
This business was so lucrative for her, she ended up opening up 2 other different shops in that plaza.
Fucking 92, bro. I don't know what the fuck they were selling out there in 92. But that plaza is a liquor store that we have gone to, right, Diggs?
Yeah, it's in Westport.
Yeah, I know exactly just by the picture of the hut, I was like, dude, I know where the fuck this is. I bought fucking booze there all the time. But yeah, I didn't know anything about the history of that bullshit hut there. It looks like the hut from fucking the Christmas Friday.
They made a replica hut for that. The real hut was.
That's what I was going to say. That hut wasn't there, right? They made a new one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm not fucking hallucinating. There was no hut in that parking lot over the years of me and Diggs being alive, buying booze from that fucking plaza. That hut is new. They just made it look old. That was not there in my lifetime. I know that. Fucking 92. Like, I'm going to remember buying condoms from a hut. That's crazy.
It's something you don't forget.
Trust me, buying condoms in our age demographic was awkward enough from going to a CVS. Like, fuck buying it from a hut that only sells condoms.
Here you go. Here's the original.
You think they... Oh, wow. Honestly, the condom hut looked way more fruity. Yeah, they didn't get it right. They definitely didn't get it right, dude. The color doesn't pop like it does in the original, bro. Look at bring back the original. The original pops, bro. The pink pops on that one, bro. Why is it gonna be pink too? That's fucked up. That's crazy.
I just found the story funny.
It is a funny story. I didn't know anything about it until you brought this up, though. That's all on you. We're blaming you. All right, you want to go to the NFL?
Yeah, let's go. Unless we want to keep talking condoms.
Yeah, I'm
What's
good.
your favorite brand?
First off, you don't even use them. I don't even know what we're talking about. Anyway, we're to the NFL, where June 1st was a huge day in the NFL this week. And we're starting with local Patriots news. The former Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver, A.J. Brown, has been officially traded to the New England Patriots. This was something that obviously we've talked about on this show for, a few months now, Diggs? Pretty much since... I think that rumor started shortly after we started this podcast, honestly. But
go back to the tapes. Let's find out.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about this multiple times. But anyway, the New England Patriots have officially made one of the biggest moves of the NFL offseason, acquiring star wide receiver A.J. Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for a 2028 first-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick. The move reunites Brown with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, who originally coached him during his time with the Tennessee Titans, and gives young quarterback Drake May the true number one receiver New England has been desperately searching for. Brown arrives in Foxborough as a 3-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time All-Pro selection with over 8,000 career receiving yards, 56 touchdowns, and 6 1,000-yard seasons in just 7 years. The 28-year-old was a key part of the Philadelphia's recent success, helping the Eagles reach multiple Super Bowls and win a championship. But after months of trade speculation, the Eagles decided to move on and cash in on his value. For the Patriots, this is a clear signal they're all in on accelerating Drake May's development and returning to contention. While the Eagles, it's a major roster reset that has sparked debate across the league about who really won the trade. Brown has already joined Patriot OTAs and is expected to immediately become the focal point of New England's offense heading into the 2026 season. Now, Diggs, when you heard this trade, did you think anything of it besides the fact that we got a stud, or did you not really know much about A.J. Brown before this trade?
I knew about him. Especially listening for the last few months, but not months, weeks. Sorry.
No, it was months. No, you're right. It actually was months. It was pretty much before the draft. This trade was rumored. So So it was technically.
I knew he was a stud. I didn't know his stats.
Yeah, I mean he's a true number one receiver. Even though there was times with his time with the Eagles, he was being outshined by his number two. But I think that was part of development. You know what I mean? I think that's why the Eagles were okay with trading him to us, because they're like, okay, we're able to move on. Devonta Smith is ready to be the number one, but they wanted to make sure they had somebody to be a number two and another guy to be potentially number two. I just think they were trying to get their ducks in a row. And then the big reason why they had to wait to June 1st to do it was because of cap reasons. Once you get to June 1st, they're no longer on the previous year payment. They're on the next year payment. So the first of the league year, I think, I don't know if it's officially that or it's just the way the contract was worked out, but June 1st had to be the day they would do it because they wanted to get them off the books for the next season. That's really what it was. So it's a come up for us. As long as he plays at the level he's been playing, and even if he can elevate his level, because now he is definitely a true number one in this offense, that's a win for the Patriots. But here's my question, though. Now there's rumors of, the young stud that popped out last year. Remember Booty, right?
Yeah.
Well, now Booty wants to trade. Because Booty now feels like he's going back to the same position he was in last year, because they did sign Dobbs in the offseason to be a receiver for this offense. And if we didn't get A.J. Brown, then it would just seem like it would have been Dobbs number one and Booty number two. Well, now with A.J. Brown coming in, being the clear-cut number one, it seems like Dobbs is number two, and that puts Booty back to that number 3, maybe 4 spot that he was in last year. So if you were a young receiver like that did a lot for us last year, how would you feel? You know what I mean? That's kind of the question you got to ask in that situation.
I would definitely feel betrayed in some type of way.
Exactly. And then also think about all the other receivers in that receiving room in New England. We got Pop Douglas, we got Chisholm, we got Kyle Williams, who we drafted as a rookie last year. He's a speedster. I feel like we also got Hollins still, the barefooted fucking beast. That dude's still on this roster. Remember Mac Hollins? I might be forgetting somebody else too, but like think about that. That's a very loaded wide receiver room, and it's very unlikely you can keep all of them.
Where do you think he'll end up if he does go?
Which one? Who goes? That's the question. Do you think they really trade Booty, or do they trade one of the other lower phase guys, you know?
I think Booty, because he's probably, like you said, he was asking.
He just because he's asking doesn't mean he's going to get his wish. I think honestly, Pop Douglas could go, even though I'd hate to see him go because he's like a pure slot guy. But if they think Kyle Williams can take over his role, that's a younger guy for cheaper price. Pop Douglas could go, then you keep Booty, and you keep, your younger guys like Chisholm and Kyle Williams. So that's what I actually think. I think Pop Douglas is the most likely to be on the trading block because he's a little older. He's got more tape under his belt, and he'll probably gain more interest where you can get like a late round draft pick for him. You know what I mean?
Mind if I ask a question?
Yep.
No.
Why are there so many trades in the NFL? If I feel like every week there's like a new trade or something, like before season and then like during the season.
No, I think there's not that many trades during the season.
During the season, okay.
During the season, you won't see a trade. It's very. I'm not saying you won't. It's very rare you see trades between the week 1 of the regular season, but then when you get to week 8, after week 8 ends is the trade deadline. So like mid-season, you'll see a lot of trades. You know what I mean?
So that player that they draft half the time, they're usually letting go of them in a trade sometimes as well.
No, that's rare. That's why I'm
Okay.
actually. That's what I'm actually saying to Dig. So Booty is a receiver the Patriots drafted. He was like a late round pick, I believe, but he believes because Booty's requesting a trade that we're going to let him go. I think they take the guy that's not that young anymore. They trade him first to keep the younger guy, and then hopefully after another season, he's willing to sign a contract. You know what I mean? It's really
How much-
It's really strategy, and obviously the teams
Yeah.
know the players better than the public. But
It's kind of like they're molding their teams before the season start. Is that
yeah, exactly.
okay?
That's exactly what they're doing. They
That makes
want
sense.
it's not so much the team too; it's also the culture. You want a team that meshes, everyone relates to each other very well,
Chemistry,
which is
all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, that's always intangible too. Stuff that you can't really predict or train. Like there's you can look up nowadays because everything's on social media. These guys, after the season, go on multiple podcasts and talk about their experience. So you can hear the horror stories of being on a team that doesn't have that cohesion. And it happened to Bill Belichick, honestly. Apple Apple TV paid big money to do that whole documentary on Patriots, and it was like literally a fucking just shitting on Bill Belichick fest the whole time.
All right, question for you though.
Yep.
Stephon Diggs was still here. Would this have happened?
So are you? That's a hard question to answer because are you talking about like if he never had the court situation?
Yeah, if he was still a Patriot without all the
So he didn't have the outside noise, but he still played the way he played. I do actually think it would still happen because we released him early. He actually had another year on his contract. We could have kept him for another year, but he would have made big money. We cut him because of the court stuff, and the Patriots realized because of that stuff, they can cut him without having to pay him all the money they guaranteed him.
yeah.
Because technically that court stuff, what's that clause in those contracts that they all sign? It's like a clause where you're going to act right and be right. What
Forgot what that's called.
I call it the Aaron Hernandez clause at this point because Aaron Hernandez is the first asshole to fuck that up. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what Diggs did. I mean, with having any court case and allegations and shit like that, that's gonna fuck your whole shit up. So, yeah.
Is there any rumors on where Diggs is going to land, or is he not even playing this year?
No, yeah, we don't have any clue on that still. I did see one clip of him recently, and he was just doing his own thing. It had nothing to do with football, so I don't know what this guy's doing. I hope he's not blackballed because he did, come out of that thing unscathed, that whole court case. But I don't know, man. And then honestly, I'd be okay with the Patriots bringing him back now, but they're probably not going to bring him back for the money he wants.
Oh no!
It's like, now we got AJ Brown. Fuck you.
Yeah, so I just looked this up. So it says that just yesterday, Stephon Diggs addressed Commanders rumors with vague response while Patriots fans wish for a reunion. All he said was off shit. I don't know, man. I'm open to everything. We'll see.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take the first opportunity he gets. I think that's really what it is. Whatever opportunity gives him the most money, he's gonna take. And that's where he's going to go. The Patriots will not give him the money he was getting last year. They got out of his deal because of his court case. They took advantage of that situation and got out of that, and probably told him, if you come out of this unscathed, then come back and talk to us. I'm sure they did, but the money's probably not where the agent or him thinks it should be. And now that AJ Brown is officially a Patriot, that probably made that a lot harder to really accomplish. But if he gets no offers and they get a great deal out of him for 1 year at least, fuck it. I'd pay the guy $7 million to be here for a year. What about you?
I didn't want to see him go.
He'll bring numbers in.
Oh,
too.
they had to let him go, bro.
I know.
You got to understand his deal. His deal would have gave him like I can't remember. I think it would have gave him like 15 mil this year or some shit. It would have been crazy.
I understand why they let him go. Doesn't mean I had to be happy about it.
True. If they bring him back and they get the money they want for him, he definitely will be a guy that can contribute. But anyway, all right, let's move on. We got a bigger story in the NFL to get to. We gonna talk about this. Miles Garrett traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Los Angeles Rams. One of the biggest NFL stories, not just of the offseason, but maybe of all time. This is crazy. Miles Garrett, if you don't know about football, well, here you go. Miles Garrett's been one of the best defensive players of all time on one of the worst teams in the last few generations. And I'm talking the Cleveland Browns have just been fucking horrible since they came back into the league after the original Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens. Miles Garrett has been the only savior of this team for probably the last over 10 years. And literally this past season, he fucking just dominated to a point where he broke the all-time sack record in a single season for a defensive player with 23 sacks. He also won his second Defensive Player of the Year award. And now, after all that, Cleveland looks at a guy that just accomplished that when they're a horrible fucking franchise and team, says, this is our best player. Let me hold him up to the light. And then what do they see? They don't see a future. They see fucking trade value, and they trade him to the Los Angeles Rams, who literally last season was one game away from a Super Bowl. You just are giving this guy an opportunity to get his first ring, and you were giving the Rams an opportunity to get another Super Bowl appearance and yet another ring. Fucking crazy. Rusty Nails 81. Wish we could have got him, honestly. Nails, what team's yours? I don't know what team you rep, but fuck, man, that shit is crazy that you're seeing this picture. This is not Photoshopped. This is fucking 100% real, even though it looks Photoshopped. That is Miles Garrett accepting his 95 Los Angeles Rams jersey in LA. Absolutely nuts. The Panthers, I mean, it could have happened, but you need the capital. And that's the biggest thing. With all this happens, they finalized the blockbuster trade that sends Miles Garrett to the LA. In return, the Cleveland Browns land former Defensive Rookie of the Year Jared Verse. So it's like a trade for DN to DN. But then also the Browns get a 2027 first round pick and a 2028 second round pick and a conditional 2029 third round pick that can reportedly escalate if Garrett is later moved to an AFC North rival. Garrett leaves Cleveland after 9 seasons after being the face of the franchise for that time. So yeah, there you go. That's a lot of capital for one guy. A lot of capital.
Yeah, at least he might get his ring now.
And I'm guessing that's exactly why this trade was done. This trade is because the Rams want a ring, and this is also a trade because Garrett wants a ring. Like, he wants a ring.
So you think he was pushing for the trade?
Absolutely. I think the trade was actually supposed to happen a year ago, but everyone knew that Garrett was going to need record-breaking money to keep him a Cleveland Brown. So if the Browns try to trade him before he got his new contract, there was not an NFL team in the league that was going to take that trade, because not only would they have to trade a lot for him, they would have then had to pay a massive contract for him. So the Browns realized eventually they were going to have to eat it. They were going to have to pay him his new contract and then trade him. So they did that. And then he had a historic fucking year this past year. And they're like, all right, that's the highest you're going to get him. You better trade him now. And honestly, I still don't think they got enough for him. So you're going to be paying this guy for a year, and you got some bullshit draft picks, in my opinion. That's honestly my opinion. I don't see how the Browns rebuild off that trade. I just don't see it. You took your best player, you sent him to a winning situation. How do you win off that?
I feel bad for the guy that got traded back.
Oh, Verse?
Yeah.
Imagine being
How
Jared
pissed do you think
Verse.
he is?
Yeah,
I was one game away.
And also, he just came off a Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's a big award. You only get two. There's only 2 Rookies of the Year each year, an offensive and a defensive.
Yeah.
So you were one of the Rookies of the Year for the whole league, and then you get traded
To a shit team.
to one of the worst franchises, right? He just played in an NFC championship. I think we got number 1 draft pick and number 19. What, for next year? Because the draft just happened. The draft happened last month. Rams had a decent draft. Can't hate against it. So, with all this being said, that means Miles Garrett officially the defensive end for the Los Angeles Rams. But guess what? We're not done here, Diggs. What has that done? That has sparked controversy because this man, Aaron Donald, who retired after the 23-24 season, the rumor is he could return to LA and be the defensive tackle that lines up right next to Miles Garrett. If that was to happen, you're talking about the scariest defensive line in NFL history. Literally. This man went to 10 straight Pro Bowls, I believe. He was like 7 years in a row, first all defense NFL. Like, this guy won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards on top of being a Defensive Rookie of the Year himself. This dude, one of the most consistent defensive tackles, and he only played for 10 years. He retired at the age of 32. One of the craziest defensive tackles I've ever seen play, heard play in my life. He's one of the reasons why when that Super Bowl against the Patriots and the Rams, if you remember, it was one of the most boring Super Bowls we ever watched together. Because it really wasn't over until we got that Gronk pass. And then, like, we scored another touchdown. It was like 17-7 or some bullshit like that. I don't even remember the score, but it was boring. It was a punt fest. It was terrible. That's because our offense couldn't do shit because this man was a menace in the middle of the fucking defensive line. Huge factor. He eventually got to win his own championship, too, with Matthew Stafford a couple years after that. But unbelievable. Aaron Donald, if he returns to the league, it would be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Now, the reason I don't believe this rumor is because it's 2 simple things. He retired saying how he felt like he accomplished everything he possibly could accomplish in the NFL, which he did. There's not really any award he didn't get at least once. You know what I mean? You got every award in the NFL you possibly can get at least once, I'm pretty sure. I think besides like the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, that would be the only thing that maybe eluded him. But he won a Super Bowl once. He got multiple Defensive Players of the Year. He got the Rookie of the Year. He got Pro Bowls. He got fucking first team All Pro. All that shit. He's got all the type of accolades you could possibly want. He's arguably in a 10-year career one of the best defensive tackles of all time, and he's also arguably one of the best defensive linemen of all time. So that includes a whole broader like group of men to be compared to. So
what's he doing now during retirement?
He's still working out like a fiend. That's like a big part of his content that he posts on his Instagram and other platforms. But then on top of that, he's doing a bunch of charitable like organizations.
Nice.
He likes to gain awareness for. And he does have like a mentor program for young people that want to get into sports. He's doing a whole bunch of different things too. Like obviously he gets his hashtag ads in and all that shit. He's making really good money, not as a football player.
Taking less damage to his body.
Yeah, and that was the thing. He said when he left football, he would only. So when he was a football player, he only took 2 weeks off a year out of training and working out and all that. So think about that. He had a 2-week vacation from training for football every year. That's it. Nothing else. Everything else was
right after the season ended too.
Right. That's pretty much what he said. And then when he retired, that changed. He gave a lot more time to his family, his kids, his wife, that type of shit. Spent a lot more time with his different businesses. So, he's not on the same workout schedule. That to me really makes me feel like him returning is going to be harder to really be a real thing. But I will say, I've seen the guy. He still looks like he's in the same shape he was when he played. I just don't know if he's going to have the conditioning he would need to go back. You know what I mean? Because conditioning in NFL is obviously something you gain through high school, then college, then pros. But I feel like if there's one guy that could actually overcome those obstacles and come back to football and have a great fucking season, I think he would be that guy. He's fucking nuts. This is the guy you gotta remember too. He trained with his handwork with knives. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is that dude. He's a different breed, bro. He's a different breed.
If he does come back, I think it'll probably just be for a year.
Yeah, I think he just wants to play with Miles once. I think that's going to be the only thing that bring him back. So, it would be scary.
Payday.
I haven't even looked at the Patriots schedule, but if that happens, bro, I hope we're not playing the Rams this year. I really hope.
Let's take a look.
Oh God, you have to look. I don't even know if I want to look. Miles Garrett's bad enough, bro. But if you put Aaron Donald next to Miles Garrett and we have to play against both of them, that's fucking gnarly. That is fucking treacherous.
Preseason.
Who are we going to Who are we going to see in the preseason? What game is that?
When I pull this up, it's telling me preseason week 2. It doesn't give me week 1.
That's fucking fucked. It's like you bought tickets,
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Here we go. We're going the Colts.
Yeah, that's what I see too. The Colts.
So it'd be the Colts, then the Eagles, then we're at the Browns.
Just tell me just see if you just skim across the whole thing and see if you see the Rams. If you don't see the Rams, it's fine.
No Rams.
All right, perfect. That's all I care about. All right, sweet. So that means the only way we can face the Rams this year is in the Super Bowl. That's it. All right, let's move on.
We're gonna go to that Green Bay game though.
We're getting behind. All right, we're gonna go to the NFL, the NBA Finals, Game 1. I was fortunate to watch some of this with Toshio. This was an incredible game. The final score might make it seem like it's a little bit like one-sided, but really wasn't. So, the New York Knicks took on the San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Knicks stole Game 1 on the road, overcame a 14-point deficit in the third quarter, closed the game on an 11-0 run, extended their playoff winning streak to 12 games, took home court advantage away from San Antonio. The biggest stories of that night was Jalen Bronson, 30 points, 13 points in the fourth quarter, hit the dagger 3 with under 2 minutes left, played through knee and ankle scares during the game, started cold, but completely took over the game when it mattered the most. And on top of that, they talk about the fucking 3-point dagger, but the shot that actually made more of an impact to me was a few possessions after that. He made this crazy shot inside the paint over the tall boys, and it just sank. And that was the one that actually I thought hit worse. It wasn't even the 3, it was the 2 after the 3. But yeah, fucking absolutely crazy. Also, Karl Anthony Towns was massive, 18 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, kept New York alive when Brunson was struggled early, won key minutes whenever Wemby sat, and then looked comfortable attacking San Antonio's front court. And then Josh Hart, another guy who was just absolutely sick. He only scored 3 points, but he had 14 fucking rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. Honestly, team high with his plus and minus. It was literally Josh Hart everywhere when you weren't paying attention. When you're not paying attention, you probably missed it, but it was Josh Hart. That's
Game
how
2 tonight, right?
I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow. Do we know that right now? Is that happening as we speak?
It's tomorrow.
It is
Tomorrow. Oh.
He's the workhorse of that team. There you go. The turning point was midway through the third quarter. Spurs led by 14. Knicks looked dead. San Antonio was controlling the pace. Then New York ripped off a huge run, tied the game before the fourth quarter. The Knicks never panicked. That was to become their identity. That has became their identity all offseason. How the Knicks won. Fourth quarter defense. San Antonio shot just 28.6% in the fourth quarter, committed costly turnovers when the game tightened up. Clutch basketball was number 2. When the game got tight, Brunson hit shots. OG hit his shots. Spurs did not. Number 3, no turnovers late. The Knicks played a nearly perfect final quarter and did not commit a turnover during the decisive stretch. Spurs problems. Wemba, his final line was 26 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks. Looks great on paper, but reality is 6 for 21 shooting, 6 turnovers. Struggled when New York tightened up defensively. And then De'Aaron Fox, 3 for 13 shooting, missed key opportunities late. One of the biggest reasons San Antonio couldn't finish the game. Weird moment, a fan ran onto the court during the fourth quarter, trying to take a selfie with Wemba. Security quickly removed him and play resumed after a brief delay. Also, I did see that. I was watching it with Tosh. I will say one thing.
Did he get a selfie?
He did, but they carried him off the court. They grabbed it. Actually, Tosh made a great point. He said that guy had to be live streaming because otherwise they're just going to take the phone from you and delete it. Right?
Yeah.
So if it's a recording, a picture, whatever you're doing, once they grab you, they're going to grab your phone and they're going to delete it. No?
But if you have it on the stream, it's there forever.
Yeah, if you stream it, then you get 100,000 other people that are going to find it and then record it, clip it, whatever. So, yep, that's how I looked at it. But I never looked that up. I never saw if that actually made the internet. So maybe he did. Maybe he wasn't that smart. I don't know. So, Knicks fan perspective, this wasn't just a win. This was the Knicks proving they belong. Brunson proving he can be the best player on the floor against Wemba. New York stealing home court. The first step towards the franchise's first championship since 1973. So, that's the game 1 review. So, I can imagine what game 2 would be like if the Spurs win. Just saying.
Are they going to burn down?
Huh?
So if the Knicks win, are they going to burn down the city again?
I think the Knicks are going to burn down the city whether they win or lose. That's what I think. The NYPD and NYFD. I just think they're fucked. They're just fucked. They're fucked either way. I don't see how either way is a win-win for them. You found the video of the kid? Oh, Sanchez has sent it to me. Yo, Sanchez, grab that. I gotta pee real quick though. I can't hold it. I can't.
Let's see how quick he can get it up. Come on, Tosh. Oh, here it is.
Got it.
So he was. What's this guy always gonna pee during the show? Have you noticed that?
It's like Geo.
God damn it!
It's all that. It's all that water.
Since when did we start calling Jack water?
I mean, at least he's hydrated.
Oh.
Hydration is good. Didn't they tell us about hydration in there?
Yeah, they said say no to water, say yes to drugs.
Yeah.
That was the whole motto. At least that's what I got out of it.
Yep. And if you got to go a couple minutes over, don't worry about it. Just go for it.
All right, fuck them. Let's play the clip.
Oh man, no, but yeah, if you got to go a few minutes over, you're good to go. It's for you guys, for the crowd, and I'll just take this out of the. Oh, there he is.
Oh my god, that was like that Austin Powers piss.
Yeah, we know. We was timing you. Okay, are you good now, Gio?
What the fuck did you just call him?
I called him Gio.
You called Toshio Gio.
No, I called you. Taking a piss during the pod.
Oh, you called me Gio.
Here's the clip.
He takes his shit. He takes shits during his butt. This is it. Oh yeah, that is the guy. Oh, he got caught pretty quick. You don't even notice it's that quick. By the time they turn the camera on him, you don't even realize it's that quick.
About 14 seconds.
That's great.
Say how much trouble he got into?
Oh, he's probably fucking charged and banned from every NBA game ever in existence now. And he's probably charged with some crazy fucking law that we don't even know about. What do you get charged for when you like do that shit? I actually want to know.
You definitely get banned. That's 100%.
Yeah, I know. Like, because didn't we just have a guy that got on the field during the Super Bowl too?
Yeah, I got it right here. So he was arrested and issued a lifetime ban from all NBA arenas. A second identified individual involved in the stunt also received a lifetime ban from the league.
Yeah, no charges. You have nothing listed for charges.
No charges.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
You think they roughed him up in the back?
Oh wait, there are legal consequences. So it looks like they're going to be charged as juveniles with 2 criminal misdemeanors: criminal trespass and disrupting a lawful gathering.
Damn, that's fucking nuts. Well, they're fucked. They are fucked.
They didn't even get a good picture. That's the mess. They didn't even get a good picture. They did it for nothing.
Well, picture his chest.
Well, it is what it is. So based on the time we got left,
hey, you're good. If you want to go a couple minutes, you're good.
Well, I was just saying we could just go straight to Diggs' final cut.
Sure, cool. If you don't want to do the doc,
I can wait.
All right.
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you. I
don't matter to me.
All right, fuck it. We'll do doc of the day then.
That's what I like to hear. Initiative.
Well, I don't know. I sometimes he likes to go to bed. I don't know. He, you know. Sometimes that's you know. Oh, I gotta find my notes now. I didn't think I was gonna be doing this.
Do you not want to do doc of the day? Getting rid of your notes.
I lost my tab. I thought it was there and I lost it. I'm kind of mad now. All right, here we go. All right, so Love a Stalker Killer is a Netflix documentary I believe everyone should check out just because it's the most outlandish story. I think for it to be a legitimate story that happened is probably one of the most craziest fucking things. Also, no disrespect to my boy Diggs or my producer Sanchez, because I know you guys met your lovely significant others through online, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but we got lucky.
So this documentary honestly shows the fact that doing that does not always work out. And sometimes it works out in one of the worst and sadistic ways possible. The setup is a guy named Dave, recently single, joined a dating website, and Diggs, you're gonna love this. It was Plenty of Fish.
What the fuck?
Was that the site you met your wife on?
No.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay. But you
It was
used
called
it.
Jimmy's Bagel. Plenty of
Oh,
fishes. POF was just for hookups.
wow.
It was the
Wow.
Tinder before Tinder.
Well, no. Well, hold on. He did end up actually casually dating a woman named I don't understand why her name is this, but Shauna Liz Golier. Shortly after, he met another woman, Carrie Farver, and they quickly hit it off. So he pretty much he banged both these women, but when he met Kari, there was a situation where I think Liz had to show up at his apartment when he was hanging out with Kari to get something she left behind, and for one brief awkward moment, they made eye contact. Okay, well, shortly after that confrontation, Kari seemingly vanished, and all of a sudden, Dave started getting fucking all these texts and threatening emails and social media messages from her account, which painted her as a scorned, unstable ex-girlfriend, and was just violently harassing Dave and everything he did. But the twist of the whole fucking thing was Carrie was dead the whole time. It wasn't her.
Yeah.
That's the twist. Now, I don't know even if I should go any more into detail because it's kind of like a spoiler, right?
Can I guess?
I'm sure you could guess, but I'm not even going to have you guess. I'm just saying everyone should go on Netflix and check out this documentary because it's one of the greatest real life mind fucks that wasn't written in a Hollywood fucking writer's room. I think it's great that I mean, I'm not saying it's great that this happened. I think it's great that it gives you that type of story, but to know it's real life, it's actually fucking horrifying because even at one point, that psycho bitch threatened children, innocent children. Yeah, it's a crazy fucking story. So yeah, my doc of the day obviously is Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix from 2024. It was not what I was expecting when I clicked on it. I did not think it was going to take me down this rabbit hole. Fucking absolutely nuts. So that's my
So
documentary.
how do you feel now about dating apps?
Oh, I haven't used them in years anyway. So trust me, it doesn't make me want to use them any more than I already did. But
Come on, give it one more shot.
nah, I'm all good. Anyway, let's move on to Diggs's final cut.
All right, this week is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I know you've seen this one.
Yeah, with you. You made me watch it. That's the only reason you know I watched it, was because I had to watch it with you. I probably would have never seen this movie in my life if you didn't make me watch it. Just being
Why are
honest.
you blaming making you watch everything?
Yeah, well, first off, You know what? I'll just let you go with your review, and then I'll tell you at the end when we get to Killer Keep.
Small town is invaded by alien clowns who arrive in space. A spaceship disguised as a circus tent at first. Nobody believes the bizarre sightings, but the clowns soon reveal their terrifying plan: capture humans, wrap them in cotton candy cocoons, and use them as food. As the town falls into chaos, a group of teenagers and a skeptical police officer discover the truth in a fight against the colorful extraterrestrial invaders. Armed with popcorn guns, shadow puppets, acid pies, and other circus-themed weapons, the clowns turn simple alien invasion into a nightmare carnival. The movie mixes horror, sci-fi, and comedy into one of the most unique classics of the 1980s.
Which I don't agree with. Because if I never had you tell me to watch this, I would have never known it was a cult classic of the 1980s. There's so many 80s movies we heard from our parents and everybody from that generation. I'm sorry, Killer Clowns is not one of the ones that were brought to my attention until what? We were just out of high school, and then we started hanging out a lot, and then you're like, yo, you never watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space? I'm like, no, I never did. Let's watch it. We got fucking stoned as fuck, and then we sat there and we watched it. That's the only reason I even know this fucking movie exists. It's because of you. Just being honest.
It's a fun movie.
It reminded me of a way worse Spaceballs. That's what it reminded me of. I'm sorry. Like I Spaceballs I found funny. I feel like this would be the 1980s equivalent of Scary Movie for Spaceballs. Does that make sense?
It does.
All
I
right.
gotta go see Spaceballs 2 when it comes out.
Yes, I will. The Spaceballs was my shit. I just feel like, all right. So the reason I did not like it was because I felt like it was a parody of a parody, in my opinion. That's what it felt like.
I get that.
And then it was also 80s parody, so I never really was into 80s parodies that much. Besides Spaceballs, that was the only one I really liked.
They only filmed this, I think, for like 1.3 million, something like that.
And the fact that it had that budget means somebody definitely got paid.
Well, the three brothers that wrote it and directed it,
well, this scene
they're
right
all
here,
special effects artists.
yeah, this scene right here, though, yeah, you're right. This scene right here alone, back in those days, probably cost a lot of fucking money. So you're probably right.
Shit, my favorite fun little stupid fact about it is that friggin' popcorn gun cost them $7,000 to build in 6 weeks to be used twice.
That's right. It wasn't used that much actually in the movie.
There's only in 2 scenes.
Yep. And then like a lot of people like replicate this in like Comic-Cons and shit, right? Like a lot of people
Spare Halloween sells a life-size replica for like $100.
Yeah, I do see a lot of replicas of that thing. All
Spirit Halloween does really good with their replicas. I got
Yeah.
into them.
I know by seeing footage on like YouTube and social media, like there's a lot of like Comic-Cons where I see people carrying this gun. And then and it's funny because everyone's like, what the fuck's that from? And literally, like I said, the only reason I even ever watched this movie was because of Diggs. It's like, oh shit, that's from Killer Clowns. it's that's the only reason I know. It's because of Diggs. Otherwise, I would have probably never watched this movie.
And the other second big thing is the cotton candy gun.
Right.
Oh, I like it. It's a fun design. Shit, even Halloween Horror Nights did Killer Clown's house in 22.
Yep.
I think.
I remember you telling me about that because you wanted to go, right?
Yeah. It's a fun movie though.
It is. It's for me. It's not like, you know, normally when you do your final cuts, you do like true horror, but this is more of a parody comedy, so that's why a little off from what you normally do. But I see you've been switching it up these last 2 weeks, so I'm cool with it. So, Killer Keep, let's do it. alien clown concept. I know you love your fucking clowns. Will you kill or keep?
Keep it. It's completely ridiculous and memorable.
All right. So the practical effects, you brought up the fact that it's all the whole movie was made by what do you say, fucking graphic designers or special effects?
Special effect.
Special effects. So would you, for the practical effects, would you kill or keep?
I'll keep. It's still impressive today for that time frame.
I actually have to agree. During that time, you had like those retro space opera movies coming out,
Yep.
and it definitely took a lot from those. Like there was a lot of influence from those. I thought that was really cool with the way that the film looked.
Yep. Okay. I can agree with that too. So for comedy horror balance, would you kill or keep?
I'll keep. It knows what it's doing.
Yeah, it never tried to like tell itself as a true horror film. It obviously was a comedy. It wasn't like it wasn't trying to fool you with that. It was obvious of what it was. I agree with that. For a deep story, would you kill or keep?
Kill. That's not the reason why you're watching it.
No, not at all. Totally agree. There was not much of a deep story, honestly, there, in my opinion. But definitely funny, definitely entertaining. Give you that. So for cult classic status, would you kill or keep?
Keep it. I think it's earned it. Let alone what you say.
Yeah, I'll disagree there, but obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Because I'm gonna kill it, you're gonna keep it. Sanchez, do you have an opinion on this?
I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. This is this. I don't like clowns, but
There you go. There's a tiebreaker. All right, final call. Kill
Keep
or keep the entire movie.
Keep it. It's goofy, creative. I don't like anything else in horror at that time.
Yeah, definitely at that time. I do think, like I actually brought it up earlier, movies like Scary Movie and those parody horrors, I feel like took a big chunk of inspiration off this film.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
yes, sir, it does.
So I would I'd keep it as well because I feel like it did influence the future also, that horror parody comedy type, CrossFit type of style. So I think the reason we got a lot of funny parody movies after the fact was because of that movie. So I'm with you. I'll keep it. So Sanchez, you got anything else to add?
no, I just again I fucking hate clowns for the life of me. But the thing that really, yeah, I've always been into like those old sci-fi movies, so that's what brought me in. And something like that, if you could mix that in with a obscure genre that it is, and it works, and people still talk. I mean, Toshi and Gio were just playing the game yesterday, coincidentally enough. uh
Wow.
and for people years later to be able to have a game for it, yeah, it's one that definitely many people have on their Mount Rushmore that I would agree with.
All right. Well, Diggs, you got anything else to say before we call it a night?
Just besides, later, homies.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. We'll be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. But until then, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Clean Sanchez Media YouTube channel. Check out Morning Rips. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday, check out Bong Rips and Video Games. And then, of course, Sundays, you can check out the newest edition of the Clean Sanchez Media family, Tito. And then Monday, make sure you check out DD214. And then, we'll be right back at it next week. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Take care. And until next week, peace.
Later, homies.
that never quit. From the ring to the booth, yeah, they still talk their shit. Hey! Thursdays on your feed, they're the ones you don't skip. If you came for the vibes, you came for J.M. and Dig. Diggs got reels, all the scares, all the gore, driving bloodbaths, late night lore, breaking down scenes, every scream, every twist. If it crawls from the dark, it's already on his list. Local buzz, from the block to the bay, talking hometown legends who still got something to say. From the bar stool stories to the front page hits, same crew, new view, same sarcasm and wit. Oh yeah, it's J.M. and Diggs, two kids that never